Hello and welcome to another episode of Crop Block with Lady Random. Well, Lady Random's not with us today because she just needed a personal day. And that's fine. That's fine. She has family life and that's what she needs to do. That is perfectly okay with me. She did tell me go ahead and record without her. And that's going to include doing a couple of quests, or at least one. So in the last episode, which was plagued with all kinds of issues for LR, myself included, because for some reason my recording settings weren't set correctly, and I did not record any game audio. We did record, regular gameplay, but there was just no game audio, so you wouldn't hear me walking around or any blocks breaking or anything like that. But other than that, it was a plague-filled episode for us. Now, we did do a few things in that episode. We did try to do the Gaia Guardian battle. That's why that is set up over there. And that crashed the server like 3 times, so we gave up on that. And then we did some astral sorceries to where we finally got ourselves attuned to Avitas, and I did a little bit with that. Oh, let me climb up here. Turn this way real quick. You grab my book. And we're going to come in here, we're going to come into the perks, and I did go through the list of here to get us to where we need for this stone enrichment, which is what we needed to do to create the prosperity shards that we're going to need to progress. So we started off with Avitas, and then you earn levels here. If you see this, it says gain experience by building things. Well, we're kind of, in a void world here. It's not really much to build. So what I did was I just put down a whole bunch of dirt. And I made an excavator using Tinkers. These are Tinker's stuff. I made an excavator. And then I would dig the dirt back up. And I kept doing that over and over and over again. And every time I went up a level, in here, so you see right now we're at level 11. Once it gets up to 12, I can get another perk. And then so I did, we got the increased maximum life for free. So then I went up another increased maximum life. Then we went to bloom. And then I went down this path because it was the shortest one to get to the stone enrichment. So increased perk effect by 4%, another 3% increased perk effect. Then we got increased mining speed, and finally stone enrichment. Now, this purple around here means that I've got it sealed. And that is, the reason for that is because, you see this over here? This is all prosperity ore. And all I did was I put down some stone, like in an arch like this, maybe with a little bit of a back, and then I would stand in there, and then that perk would turn the stone into the prosperity ore. So I just kept repeating that over and over and over again until we had quite a bit of prosperity ore. And then you can make a ceiling sigil, I think is this thing here. Ceiling sigil, and that's cast in the Starlight Crafting Altar, and that's just nocturnal powder, a glass lens, and stardust. And nocturnal powder is black ink of some sort, lapis and coal, and illumination powder. Illumination powder is just glowstone and aquamarine and luminous crafting table. And And the ceiling sigil allows you to turn off that perk. You can remove it. See if we come in here and if we look at this, it says seal, double click to break. So if I double click on this, it'll break the seal. And then I'll be able to do the stone enrichment again. I turned it off because our house is made out of stone. So when I AFK, you know, like for the stuff that we're doing downstairs with that, I usually stand in the house just so I'm out of the rain. And I didn't want the house, to turn into prosperity ore like it did in this one spot here. And I think I probably just came in for food, and that was just enough time for it to turn one block of stone into prosperity ore in the house. So I can dig that up and replace it. But that is how that works. So let's get our quest book out. Take a look in here. So we're on the prosperity here. So prosperity shards are needed for making all the gear from mystical agriculture. To obtain them, you're going to have to attune yourself to Vetus, which we did, which will give you a perk that spawns the ore and stone around you, or Mineralus, which will give you perks to add a chance for it to be dropped when mining stone. All right, so let's go upstairs, and we're going to dig up some of that prosperity ore. Okay. And I think that's all we needed was the one to do this. Completed. All right, we hit back. All right, and you see this opened up the creativity here in the middle, which we'll look at in a moment. Master Infusion Crystal. The Master Infusion Crystal has infinite durability, making it the most suitable for auto-crafting essence. It can transmute all essences, and even in block form. To make it, however, you're going to need all the previous tiers of Infusion Crystals. So we're going to have to make this Master Infusion Crystal. Now, there's our Prosperity quest. So let's take a look at the Master Infusion Crystal. Master Infusion Crystal is the Supremium Infusion Crystal with Prosperity and Insanium. The Supremium one is Supremium Essence around a Supremium Infusion Crystal. What is the difference? Okay, that one is made with an Intermedium Infusion Crystal surrounded by Supremium Essence. I guess there's two different types of Supremium, a blue and a pink one. Intermedium is Intermedium Essence around a Prudentium. Prudentium is Prudentium Essence around an Inferium. Inferium is Diamond with Inferium and Prosperity Shard. Now we got tons and tons of Inferium from our mob spawner, which we'll go take a look at in a moment here. Let me go ahead and dig up all this prosperity ore, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, I decided not to dig up all of it. I dug up a couple rows, and I thought, well, maybe I'd get better if I were doing something like fortune or something on the pick. So I'm gonna have to see what it takes to get fortune on this pick. I think it's blocks of redstone. Is it? Or no, it's lapis. Let's see, lapis. Let me grab a couple of stacks of blocks of lapis. Got plenty of lapis here. And then I think we come over here to not the part builder. Okay, tool forge. And if we put this in here, repair and modify. maybe I can't put it on that obsidian pickaxe because it's not a tinker's pickaxe. We don't really have a enchanting station. We've never had a need for one. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out and decide whether or not we need to do it. We can make all the that we want. It's a little time consuming, but that's where it would be nicer to have the fortune on there instead of having to go through all of that. Okay. Over here, one of the things I did this week was I made a tree farm using forestry farm blocks. And I'll show you the recipes for that. So there's these farm blocks, and then in the middle is the farm control, and then it automatically plants the trees for you and harvests them. Now the reason for doing this is because we need, see there, this automatically does that, is that we need iron berries for this final quest that we've got now. So if we take a look in the quest book, we got this one here, the creativity. This is your goal in this pack, the creative vending upgrade. So we've looked at the recipe for the creative vending upgrade before, so let's just take a look at it again. Creative vending upgrade. It's got all this stuff in here that we need, and one of the things I noticed in here, was it in here or was in the Infinity Catalyst, is that we need to make ultimate stew, cosmic meatballs, and the ultimate stew, if we look at it, that's an extreme crafting recipe, and it's all this stuff that's in there. And one of the things I saw in here were iron berries right there. And we don't have iron berries anywhere. So I looked at the iron berries, and it says here that you can get them using farming, using the Arboretum, which is made with golden electron tubes in the farming thing. We've got the humus soil, which is, you just put dirt in there and then it mixes it with the fertilizer and water and it makes that for you. Let's come back in here. Where's that Infinity Catalyst? Our creative vending upgrade. Anyways, back into here, iron berries. So, oak, spruce, birch, or jungle is supposed to produce apples, cocoa beans, sand, and iron berries. The other one here is with acacia, dark oak, and rubber tree, and olive saplings, but we don't have olive saplings. There's no way to make them or get them in any way that I have found. Same with the rubber trees. So I made this, set it up for Arboretum in hopes that we would get some iron berries out of it. And then I set this up here because I noticed when I came out around here, there were seeds all over the ground here, and they were actually grape seeds. And these are grape seeds from Rustic. So I set up the item vacuum here for that, thinking that maybe the iron berries would drop like those, because so far we have gotten 0 iron berries. I have gotten thousands upon thousands of pieces of wood, bunches of apples, and that's it. So let's come down here. Here's the bottom of the farm. So it's 3 by 3 by 4 tall. So it's all made with farm blocks other than that control block on the top. And then down here we have a farm hatch. the farm gearbox and the farm valve. The valve attaches to water, and that's what feeds that. The gearbox attaches to our power. And then our hatch, I just have it connected to this crate here, so we can look in here. We can see that we've got dirt, and we've got our saplings here. We've got this intricate circuit board. I've got it set for manual arboretum. I had it both manual and automatic. Both do the exact same thing. Absolutely nothing as far as iron berries. As you can see in here, I've cleared this out several times. We've got, okay, that's the dirt. This is fertilizer, which I'll show you how to make in a moment. We've got oak wood. We've got saplings. We've got birch wood. Right now, doesn't seem to be planting any jungle trees, but no jungle wood at the moment. No cocoa beans, no iron berries, nothing. So I don't know how we're going to get the iron berries if this thing doesn't do this. So I put a question out on the Discord for this to see if there's anything I'm missing. Maybe the farm needs to be the larger variety, because I did make this the smallest one. So yeah. Anyway, so it has to have this structure in the middle, which is 3x3x4, made out mostly out of farm blocks with the few controls that we need attached to it. It has to have these stone bricks underneath it at a specific level. I mean, it could go all the way down to the bottom or almost all the way up to the top, and then it plants the dirt and whatnot for you automatically and does all that work. So, things that we need to look at. Fertilizer. Fertilizer is pretty easy to make. Let's take a look at that. So, this is the Forestry fertilizer, and this is made from the apatite, which we've been growing and have had no use for at this point, and sand. So 1 apatite plus 2 sand makes 8 fertilizer, or you can take 1 apatite surrounded by ash, and that'll give you 16. The farm, let's take a look at the farm blocks. Okay, so there's a couple of different ones. You can make them with different materials. I just made them out of stone bricks. So these are stone bricks, copper ingots, slabs of some sort, and these tin electron tubes, which I'll show you how to make in a moment. So we have the farm blocks, and then we come to the gearbox. Is a farm block with 3 tin gears. The hatch is a farm block with 2 tin gears and a dark oak trapdoor, and the valves are a farm block with 2 glass and a tin gear. So they're pretty cheap and easy to make. The circuit board here is redstone and what was it? Over here, it's made in the carpenter. Now it's redstone and gold makes an intricate circuit board, which you attach your electron tubes in. You have to make a soldering iron, which is copper and iron in the carpenter with a little bit of water, makes a soldering iron, and then you use the soldering iron to attach the electron tubes to the circuit board, and then you put it in the system. Nothing big there. Electron tubes are made in this thing called a thermionic fabricator. Just to show you that recipe is nothing really big. Thermionic fabricator is right there. That's just some gold, a chest of some sort, a sturdy casing, which is just bronze in a circle like that, and some glass of some sort. Makes a thermionic fabricator. And then in the thermionic fabricator, this is your pattern for making the gold electron tubes, which we need for the arboretum. So you put sand over here, which turns into liquid glass, and then you put redstone and either gold or tin or whatever different type of electron tube that you need. Electron tube, so like there's the copper one, that just tells you the copper electron tube is used for farming cactus. Which one is this one? This is tin. Is used for fabricating the farm blocks. Bronze is, what's the uses? Trading stations, manage farmers and stuff like that. Germling, so this would do potatoes and carrots and stuff like that. So on and so forth. You just need the correct one. So we have the golden electron tube is one that we made here. So if we look at the uses for that in farming, you see that makes the arboretum along with the saplings, and that's our products here. And it is not giving us our iron berries. So that's that. As far as our singularities, right now we've got, what do we got going here? This is zinc. We have 9,912 blocks of zinc. This is star steel. We have 13,988, so we should have enough of those to make a singularity. We've got yellorium here, and we have 13,930. We should have enough of those. Over here, we've got, is this mana-infused metal or mineral is actually what it is. We have 19,425. We have more than enough of those. Oops. Fat finger in the keyboard today. And we have uranium blocks here. We have 7,032. We do not have enough of those to complete that yet. There are about 13,500 blocks to make a singularity in any of these. So in here, I've been a little bit busy. We have 9, 18, 25. We have 27 singularities already. And these 9 get combined together to make, whatever that one was. And these 9 go together to make another singularity. These 9 will make another singularity, and so on and so forth, for that infinity catalyst that we need for the creative ending upgrade, which I don't know how we're going to complete now, because if we can't get iron berries, we're stuck. All right, with that in mind, let's go back in here. Let's go back out of this. Let's look at our master infusion crystal. So we need to start looking at that. Let's take a look at our thing here again, the master infusion crystal. Let's just look at infusion crystals. Okay, infusion crystals, that's just how to enchant them for some reason. Master inferium is where we need to start. So we need a diamond, 4 inferium, and 4 prosperity shards. Let's go get some inferium. I apologize if you can hear one of my cats in the background. She really wants in the room with me, but I'm not letting her in here because she wants to climb on my lap all the time. So let me just grab a couple of stacks of those. We only have, 25,500 of those because this farm has been going pretty much non-stop on that. All right, so we need a diamond. We have 11,000 diamonds in the system. I think we're okay for that. Let me put this away. So it was diamond. Prosperity shards in the corners, I think is what it was. And there we go. We have our inferium infusion crystal. All right, so got step 1. Let's go back into our infusion crystals and let's take a look again. Okay, there's inferium. So prudentium is Prudentium around an Inferium infusion crystal. Now, Prudentium is made from intermedium. Intermedium. How do we make intermedium? Prudentium around confusion. Okay, so let's see what the uses are for this. Okay, so 4 Inferium around that will give us Prudentium. Okay, so we're going to need let's come in here. So we got this. Of them will be safe. Probably going to need more than that. Let me sleep real quick, get this rain to go away, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so let's make a little bit more. I'm just going to go ahead and make a whole stack of it if I can. Okay. And it does use some durability on our Inferium crystal here. So then we need the, what is it, Prudentium. Was Prudentium with Prosperity Shards and Prudentium essence around that. So we got our there. 4 of those. 4 of those. So now we have our Prudentium infusion crystal, which keeps our intermedium, which is nice. Okay, so Prudentium, let's take a look at the uses. Okay, Prudentium makes intermedium, so let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and make some intermedium. And then I think it's probably going to be intermedium around that. With our Prosperity Shards to give us the intermedium infusion crystal. It's probably going to be the same type of thing. It's going to give us supremium. And we need more supremium, so we need to, let's see, is this going to be enough? We need to go the other way. There's intermedium, we only have 3. So this is where it gets crazy with all this. Let's see. So more Prudentium. Okay, so there's that. There's our intermedium. There we go, there's our supremium. Alright, so supremium, I imagine it's intermedium with 4 supremium. 4 Prosperity Shards. Makes this supremium infusion crystal. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to need a whole heck of a lot more of the Inferium. So let me craft up there until I get maybe a stack or so of the supremium, and then we'll go from there. So hang on, I'll be right back with you. Okay, I decided not to do a full stack of that. I mean, it took forever just to get up to this 26 on this. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. That gives us the next level, which is Supremium. So we got 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 4 Prosperity Shards. Supremium Infusion Crystal. Oh my goodness. So uses for that. That makes Insanium. And then that makes our Master Infusion Crystal. So let me get back to work on that and make some more so we can get up to our Master Infusion Crystal. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again. So we got Supremium. I've got 4 of those. It makes 1 Insanium Essence. I need a total of 4 Insanium Essence. I mean, that took like 16 stacks of Inferium just to get that one. Okay, I'm going to have to keep at this, so hang on there. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have enough to get there. Maybe. Maybe. There's our Insanium. There's our 4 Insanium. Followed by 4 Prosperity Shards. Master Infusion Crystal. Oh my goodness. So, the only quest now is this creative vending upgrade. I don't know what all I can use this for. Let's take a look at this. Come in here, click U. Okay, so that makes blocks of essence. We can convert Supremium into the blue Supremium into the red Supremium. Intermedium, Inferium. Okay, so that's all that does. I don't think we're going to use it for anything. Well, maybe there's something that we need it for in the thingamabob, the creative vending upgrade. But I'll have to take a look at that because that is one humongous recipe. Again, to take a look at that, the creative vending upgrade. So we need Grains of the End. We need Gaia Spirit Ingots, which we grabbed in the last one because we had to cheat those in because we couldn't fight the Gaia Guardian. Ludicrite, which is blocks of Ludicrite, but I think smelting, casting, arc furnace, redstone, induction smelter, factorizer, alloy. So I don't know how you get Ludicrite. Extreme reactors is what it's saying. So let's see. Uses. How do you get Ludicrite? Oh, Ludicrite is plutonium with ender pearls, blocks of emeralds, and a nether star. That's easy enough to do. Ultimate induction cells or elite induction cells with energy tablets, ultimate energy cubes. So we've got a bit of a rabbit hole stuff going on there. 16,384K storage cells. A lot of this stuff is duplicated ender casings, fusion coils, large storage crates, signets of antimony, pellets of RTG fuel. I don't have any idea what is this. Plutonium and dense iron plates. You get plutonium from plutonium, thermal centrifuge, fuel rod depleted MOX. I have no idea what that is. Pellets of RTG fuel, plutonium and dense iron plates. Yeah. Where's my creative ending upgrade? There it is. AF wire coils, logic directors, magic mirrors. So we do have to do something with Thaumcraft to get that opened. I would save that for next time when LR is with us. Large storage crates. Those aren't that difficult to do. We do need to do that. We do need to build our Empowerer, which I do have everything for. So let me clean up my inventory real quick, and then I'll be right back with you, and we'll build an Empowerer. Okay, so we need to create an Empowerer that we're going to need for a couple of things in our final quest. And they're not that difficult to make. I've got all the stuff in here already made up. We've got an aesthetic quartz, aesthetic green block, advanced coils, and those create display stands. So we need a total of 4 display stands. And then we need 5 actually, because one of them is going to be in the center, and that's iron casings, double battery, and redstonia crystals. So etheric green blocks. So these are just quartz, and then like chiseled quartz, I think is what it was, thrown in front of the atomic reconstructor, the advanced coil. Let's just look at these. Aesthetic quartz blocks is just just blocks of quartz in front of the atomic reconstructor. The aesthetic green quartz is chiseled quartz blocks in front of the atomic reconstructor, and those of course are just quartz slabs, one on top of the other. The advanced coil is here, and that's a gold nuggets around a basic coil. The basic coil is redstonia crystals around black quartz. Redstonia crystals are just redstone in front of the atomic reconstructor to give you those. What do we have? What else do we have? We have the double battery. Double battery is a single battery with an advanced coil and Inori crystals. Inori crystals are just iron in front of the atomic reconstructor. We know how to make the advanced coil. Single battery is redstonia with an advanced coil, and Inori crystals gives us a single battery. What else did we have in this thing? The redstonia, we know how to do iron casings, or iron casings. This is it. Iron casing. Iron casings are iron with sticks and black quartz. So let's go ahead and make these real quick. Just keeping them in order so I remember how to put them together. And then the display stands, which we'll keep here. Just use our crafting table on a stick. That, and that gives us our display stand. And then this one is redstonia double battery, iron casing, and a display stand, and another iron casing gives us our actual Empowerer. Phew. Okay, now we also gonna need some conduit. Let's see, just basic energy conduit should be fine. And then we kind of need an area that we can set up, and I'm probably just going to tap into the wire here. Maybe we'll do it here. It doesn't take a lot of space, but I'm just trying to think. Maybe here. So what we want to do is we're going to put our Empowerer in the center, and I think it's one or two blocks out from each one. I think it's two. And then we have to supply power to the display stands. This is actually additions. Okay. Let's look up the Empowerer real quick. Okay. The Empowerer is a mid-tier block that can be used to empower crystals and other items. Okay, that's that. Those are just the recipes. Yeah, 2. Space of 2 in between. Okay, we're good. But we do need to supply power to these here, and I think we can probably just do this. Yeah. And that. One thing I hate about this particular world is it rains way too much in it. Alright, so let's see, how do we want to do this? We can some power off in this direction. Doesn't matter where it comes in at. There we go, there. Okay, so now these are getting power. It's what they need. All right, put this away. And we needed, let's take a look real quick on the storage crates. So the medium storage crate is void crystal blocks, which are just coal in front of the atomic reconstructor, so that's nothing big. But the large storage crate requires these empowered void crystals, and these are made with void crystal blocks, and then we got charcoal or coal, I think, or is it just charcoal? Looks like it's just charcoal, stone, flint, and a black dye of some sort, with a void crystal block in the center. And the void crystals, of course, are made with those. So let's go ahead and try to make at least one of these to get started. So we need coal. Okay, I got 4 of those, which is fine, which is what we needed, I believe. That's coal coke. Do we have any charcoal in there? No, we don't. We can make some charcoal real quick. Not that we're hurting for any wood at the moment because of that tree farm. Let's go take a look at that while we're over here too. I don't have the atomic reconstructor set up. I don't think. Nothing. No iron berries. Atomic reconstructor. Oh, it is over here. Okay. Toss these there. give it a good zap. Now we've got void crystal blocks. So we need a flint. Ink sacs. Stone. And what's the other piece? Was the charcoal. Let's see how much charcoal we got done now. That's probably more than enough. I think we're only doing 4 of these. Or we're going to need more because I think there's a total of 4 of those chests. But so we put a void crystal block in the middle. I think it was that, and that. Yep, and then it does this thing here. Come on, baby. It shouldn't take that long to do. There we go. And now we have 1. Empty hand, I think. How do you pick that up? Right click, click. Shift right click, shift click. How do you pick it up? Break that? That's weird. You shouldn't have to do that, I don't think. Empowered void crystal. Put that back down. Anyways, that is how we make that. I'm going to have to work on some of this stuff between episodes. I'll make more of these. How many of those chests do we need, or crates? Creative. 1, 2, 3, 4 large storage crates. So I will look into that, and then we're going to have to look at some of these other things that we're going to need for this recipe. If I don't get the iron berries to complete this infinity catalyst, you know, for the ultimate stew, do we need them for the cosmic meatballs? No, those are easy to make. Pile of neutrons, raw beef, chicken, pork, rabbit, fish. Do we have any fish? We can make them. Neutrons. I got a complete thing full of neutrons here. Cool. Got some in there too, so I need one of those. I'm gonna make these cosmic meatballs real quick. So it was raw beef, pork chops and beef, chicken, rabbit, and then fish. And we make fish. Guardian essence. There we go. Come over here to this. Let's look up our cosmic meatballs. Bring up Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. I grabbed Neutronium Nugget. Not a biggie. We got neutrons. Put those back. Just go ahead and grab those. One pile of neutrons. And there we go. One recipe of cosmic meatballs. Okay. Let me go ahead and put that away, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, well, that's it for this episode. Hopefully Lady Random will be back with us next week, and we can get started on the final quest in this pack, which is, of course, that creative vending upgrade. I will work on a few things between episodes, trying to pull things together. So I'm still going to work on trying to get that ironberry. Don't know what we're going to do. If it doesn't show up, we're just going to have to cheat it in. I'm going to continue working on the singularities, trying to get all of those done so that we can make the infinity catalyst that we need for that as well. We do want to complete this pack as best as we can, but unfortunately, if there's some things that just aren't going to work, they're just not going to work, and we're going to have to do what we can to get around it to get our last quest done. So we'll see what we're up to next time. So until then, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.